Have you ever noticed that some older men seem to carry a stubborn odor, even though they believe they're clean? It's a delicate subject, one that rarely gets discussed openly, but ignoring it doesn't make it go away. The truth is, the way you manage simple bathroom routines after a certain age can quietly shape how you smell, how others perceive you, and even how you feel about yourself. This isn't just about looking good. It's about dignity, confidence, and living with self-respect. After 70, the body shifts in ways that often go unnoticed. Skin holds odors longer, metabolism slows, and habits that once seemed harmless start working against you. This video was created for men who want to feel fresher, more in control, and ready to step into the world without hesitation. Today, we're uncovering 5 overlooked bathroom habits that might be behind that stubborn old man smell. These aren't criticisms. They're small corrections that bring big improvements. Whether you live with a spouse, with family, or on your own, you deserve to feel clean, confident, and respected. Stay tuned until the very end. The final tip is one most men never consider, and it can completely change how you approach your daily routine. Let's dive in. Habit 1. Not wiping thoroughly. One of the biggest reasons older men struggle with odor has nothing to do with showers or deodorant. It comes down to wiping. It sounds too basic to mess up, but age makes this deceptively difficult. As you get older, flexibility decreases, arthritis stiffens joints, and movements that were once automatic take more effort. That means many men unintentionally leave residue behind, even when they think they're being thorough. The problem is, even a small amount of waste left behind can produce an odor that lingers on skin, underwear, bedding, and eventually your entire environment. Here's another factor: relying solely on dry toilet paper. Dry paper often smears instead of truly cleaning, especially if you're dealing with softer or looser stools, something common with certain medications or dietary shifts in older age. That residue easily gets trapped in folds of skin, especially if you sit for long periods during the day. Add snug underwear into the mix, and the odor compounds. The tricky part? Your own sense of smell may decline with age. What others notice immediately, you may not detect at all. This gap can make men believe they're perfectly clean, while loved ones quietly pick up on an odor they don't have the heart to mention. That leads to awkward social situations, unnecessary embarrassment, and even people keeping their distance. So what's the solution? It starts with upgrading your tools. Consider switching to flushable moist wipes, which are far more effective than dry paper. If you want something more permanent, a simple bidet attachment is inexpensive and provides a thorough clean every time. For those with mobility issues, long-handle hygiene aids are designed to help you reach without strain. These aren't signs of weakness. They're smart investments in your comfort and confidence. The payoff is bigger than just smelling better. When you know you're truly clean, you move differently, stand taller, and feel ready to engage with others without self-doubt. That confidence radiates. People sense it. And at this stage in life, preserving your dignity is priceless. Quick pause before we move on. If you're finding this helpful so far, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps more men see this kind of content and take back control of their confidence. Plus, it tells me you want more practical tips like these. All right, let's keep going, because the next habit is one most men overlook, and it could be making a bigger difference than you think. Let's move on. Habit 2, wearing underwear too long. You might not think underwear has much to do with odor, but it does, in ways most men don't realize. One of the most overlooked hygiene missteps is failing to change underwear daily. Some men stretch a single pair over 2 or 3 days, assuming, I didn't do much today, so they're still fine. But the truth is, even light daily activity is enough to make fabric a breeding ground for odor. Here's why. As we age, the body changes how it regulates temperature. Sweat isn't the same as it was at 30. It may be less noticeable, but it mixes differently with oils and bacteria. Combine that with reduced circulation in older skin, and certain areas stay damp longer than you think. Add a pair of underwear that's been worn for days, and the smell multiplies. But it's not just sweat. Even the cleanest men deal with minor leaks as they age. Tiny dribbles of urine after using the toilet, or moisture from the prostate and bladder that gets absorbed into fabric. It might feel like nothing, but even a teaspoon is enough to give bacteria, what they need to thrive. And bacteria are what create odor. By re-wearing underwear, you're essentially pressing that smell back into your skin all day. Old, worn-out underwear makes it worse. Elastic that's lost its shape and fabric that doesn't breathe will trap heat and moisture. Many men hang on to underwear for years, but if your drawer is full of stretched, faded pairs, they're hurting your hygiene more than helping. The fix is simple but powerful. Commit to fresh underwear every single day, no matter what. Even if you don't leave the house, even if you didn't sweat, that one change alone makes a huge difference. Go further by upgrading to moisture-wicking, breathable fabrics designed to keep you cool and dry. The difference is immediate. You'll feel cleaner, your clothes will hold less odor, and you'll sit more comfortably in your favorite chair without worrying about lingering smells. And remember, this isn't about appearances. It's about self-respect. When you put on a fresh pair each morning, you're silently telling yourself, I care about my body. I still value my presence. That quiet act of self-care shows in the way you carry yourself throughout the day. Habit 3. Poor bathroom ventilation. Here's something many men overlook. Sometimes the odor doesn't come from your body at all. It comes from your bathroom. A poorly ventilated bathroom creates stale, musty air that clings to you, your towels, and your clothing. Even if you shower regularly, the environment works against you. Think about it. Every hot shower releases steam into the air. Every towel left hanging adds moisture. Without airflow, that dampness settles into fabrics, rugs, and even the walls. Over time, bacteria and mildew begin to grow, producing subtle but persistent smells. The tricky part is, when you live in it every day, you stop noticing. Guests, however, pick up on it instantly. Here's the hidden danger. When you dry off the towel that hasn't been fully aired out, you're actually rubbing mildew directly back onto your skin. That smell follows you for hours, no matter how clean you are. On top of that, excess moisture keeps certain areas of your body damp longer. Underarms, groin, under the belly, making it easier for odor-causing bacteria to thrive. The solution is all about airflow. If you have an exhaust fan, use it every single time you bathe and let it run for at least 15 to 20 minutes afterward. No fan? Crack a window, open the bathroom door, or even place a small portable dehumidifier nearby. Next, focus on fabrics. Hang towels so they dry fully, not bunched up on hooks. Replace bath mats regularly, since they hold more odor than you realize. And never leave worn clothes in the bathroom. They'll absorb moisture and smell stale faster. These small adjustments pay off quickly. Your bathroom feels fresher, your towels smell cleaner, and most importantly, the air doesn't carry much that clings to your body. Guests won't notice anything unpleasant, and you'll feel truly clean after each shower instead of walking back into dampness. A fresh bathroom isn't just about hygiene. It's about quality of life. It's about creating an environment that supports you rather than sabotages you. And once you experience the difference, you'll wonder how you tolerated the old way for so long. Habit 4. Skipping or misusing deodorant. A surprising number of men stop using deodorant as they age. The logic seems simple. I don't sweat like I used to, so why bother? But odor doesn't only come from sweat. It comes from how skin bacteria interact with natural oils, and that changes with age. Even men who shower daily can develop underarm odor if they don't protect against it. The problem is, many older men either skip deodorant altogether or keep using the same stick they relied on 30 years ago. But your body isn't the same, and neither is your skin chemistry. Some even switch to natural deodorants, hoping for a healthier option, only to discover they don't provide enough coverage. And there's confusion. 2. Deodorant masks odor, while antiperspirant reduces sweat. Many products combine both, but not all. Using the wrong one can leave you vulnerable within hours. Consider Gerald, a 75-year-old who thought deodorant was unnecessary since he was retired and at home most days. His daughter eventually mentioned that she noticed a faint odor when she hugged him. It wasn't a lack of showers. It was simply the absence of deodorant. Once he switched to an effective antiperspirant deodorant combo, the change was immediate. His clothes stayed fresher. He felt more confident, and those awkward moments of subtle avoidance disappeared. The fix is straightforward. Reevaluate what you're using. If you relied on the same brand for decades, it might be time for an upgrade. Look for products that combine odor control with sweat protection. And don't be afraid to experiment until you find one that works for your current body. Apply it daily, even if you're staying home. This small habit makes a massive difference. Deodorant isn't just about masking scent. It's about signaling self-care. When you know you smell fresh, you move through the world with more confidence. And confidence at any age is magnetic. Habit 5. Masking odors instead of fixing them. Finally, one of the biggest mistakes older men make is relying on sprays or air fresheners instead of tackling the real source of odor. A quick spritz may seem like it solves the problem, but in reality, it just layers chemicals on top of smells, often creating a stronger, stranger mix that's even more noticeable. Take Martin, for example, a sharp dresser in his late 70s. He always smelled faintly of citrus spray. At first, it seemed clean, but step into his home, and you realize the air is lemon mixed with damp towels and a poorly ventilated bathroom. The air freshener wasn't solving anything. It was just trying to hide it. The truth is, guests can usually tell when odor is being masked rather than eliminated. And as your sense of smell dulls with age, you may believe the spray is working while others think otherwise. The fix is to address the root causes. First, control moisture. Run fans, crack windows, and let towels dry completely. Second, clean the toilet thoroughly, not just the bowl, but the base, the hinges, and the floor around it. These hidden spots often trap odor. Third, wash bath mats. Switch out sponges, and regularly wipe down surfaces like light switches and handles that collect bacteria. Only once your bathroom is truly clean should you add a light scent, and even then, less is more. Essential oils or baking soda-based fresheners give a natural, subtle lift without overwhelming the air. A clean bathroom that smells fresh because it is clean will always leave a better impression than one that is trying to disguise a mess with perfume. This habit shift sends a powerful message that you respect yourself and those who share your space. It's not about covering up. It's about living in an environment that reflects dignity and care. Final thoughts. Odor is a sensitive subject, but ignoring it doesn't help. The 5 habits we cover today may seem small: wiping properly, changing underwear daily, ventilating bathrooms, using deodorant, and addressing odor the source. But together they have an enormous impact. These aren't just hygiene tweaks. They're about reclaiming control, feeling confident, and protecting the dignity you've built over a lifetime. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Pick one habit, change it, and notice the difference. Then build from there. Because every small act of self-care is a way of saying, I still care. I still matter. And at any age, that's worth everything. If this video gave you even one idea you can start using today, go ahead and tap that like button. It tells the algorithm this is worth sharing with more people who need it. And if you don't want to miss future videos with practical, no-nonsense advice for living your best years with confidence, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I'd also love to hear from you. Which one of these habits do you think makes the biggest difference? Drop a comment below. Your experience might just help someone else who's struggling with the same thing. Bye for now and see you tomorrow.